welcome to Total Party Guild, where the players get to ask the DM about what their thought process was in the dungeon, joke about what happened, and maybe talk through theories and exciting events. What do you guys think of the session? Our first official adventure.
I thought that was great.
It was a blast.
I like it.
I had a lot of flavor.
As always, terrible with puzzles. But I like combat, especially when I don't get hit until the end.
Oh yeah, you made it through pretty unscathed.
Yeah, I made it to the last room until I got hit, before I got hit.
My health was like on a roller coaster throughout that one. Like I took a bunch of damage and then I got healed up a bunch and then I took a bunch of damage and,
The spell points and stuff, you really have to do like combat triage.
Mm-hmm.
The threat is them getting a hit off at us, and if I can just get one hit in and do the damage to take them down, then we can deal with healing you. Or if you fall, then I can bring you back up. But all I have is Healing Word, which is so low. Mm-hmm. That's not worth wasting 2 spell points of my 14 spell points to keep you at the extra 1d4 plus 4 or 3.
And being only 3rd level characters, like it doesn't... I only have 21 hit points, so it goes by rapidly. That first, I only have 21 hit points.
Damn.
I have really high con. I took the con feat.
How are you our tank?
Huh? I have high armor. I shouldn't be getting hit as often as I was. He was rolling really well against my AC. Yeah, that first room, I went to half health in the first 2 rounds. Yeah. Right, and then...
One of those hits crit you.
Yeah, I could feel it. So that was some pretty rough stuff. That first room with all the darkness and shit like that,
that shatter really messed that encounter up.
Did work.
No, it was good.
Because my plan was to have that walkway. A tower shield skeleton was going to stand guard while the archers picked you off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The tower shield guardian was just going to knock everyone off every time they tried to get by. But yeah, the shatter took out all 3. They all failed.
Great.
Yeah.
You hit their HP exactly.
Well,
not even
awesome.
a point over.
Wow.
Yeah.
That first room, if you hadn't done that could have fucked us up for like everything.
Yeah, we would have been falling and taking damage.
Hit. Yeah.
Well, the problem was we kept trying to climb back up onto the pathway instead of climbing to the other side. There wasn't...
I totally, in my mind, did not imagine the room having that long pit like that. Yeah. I thought it was just like individual pits.
Yeah, because at first
and the walkway. And so that's why I was thinking we have to keep climbing up there. This is just an individual pit. So that was my misunderstanding of the room there.
It's hard to visualize sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I feel like I had this kind of a notion, like for the room with the long pits and the long walkway.
Mm-hmm.
It just didn't occur to me.
I really didn't want to draw the map for that.
Right.
Because it's dark.
It's dark. And if you put a map on there, then we're like, okay, we know what we need to do. Yeah, no, I agree.
We didn't expose the map until
after
we got through the room.
Right.
So we were blind.
For me, I was drawing my little stick figure over here to make sure, okay, so I'm sliding along the floor, and then I hit that metal guy, and then we fought him there. The second room, I have no idea what the hell.
Yeah, what the hell?
Wait.
You have a hypothesis?
What's your hypothesis?
I do. It just occurred to me.
What if you slept in that room?
But what if one of us failed the check, fell asleep, and then like the jellies started descending upon whoever was actually sleeping, and then whoever passed would have to defend them.
What did you do? You passed your con save. We all did.
You passed yours.
Yeah, everyone passed.
Everyone passed.
You were close there.
Yeah.
So failing.
Yeah, because you felt it, but then it went away.
Really low.
Yeah, you're pretty close. I'll read it again real quick. So, on the statue said, "Is this dreaming or reality? Moving on is hard. I feel so lazy. Maybe I should just sleep. Please watch over me." With 2 doors, I kind of expected you to go check the other one's locked. So that's why moving on is hard.
Mm-hmm.
And
I figured that was a part of it.
Yeah. So, really, it was either waste spell points, but you had the magic decanter.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't really thinking about it when I designed it. So when I designed it, falling asleep was it. The ethereal, ghostly jellyfish would come down and like suck your dream energy out.
Right.
And while they're doing that, they would be corporal. So watch over me so you could grab the keys off them.
Ah, that makes sense.
But then also your dream energy is getting sucked away.
Yeah. And I had effects for that too. But maybe I'll reuse it some other time.
Right, yeah. Just hang on to that. Yeah.
So, you're pretty close.
Yeah.
But, like, I feel like the way we approached it.
It was fun.
Blast them.
One, also the room made for a nice like short rest area too, because it didn't seem like anything was going to attack us.
Actively
that we knew of.
So that worked out.
One of the that big corpse flower would put you to sleep with a contract too if you got close to it.
Gotcha.
Because that was what was putting out like bioluminescent pollen.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about that too. I remember
you mentioning that. Yeah, but we were just so focused on
the fountain riddle.
Yeah. I thought that the water in the fountain would put you to sleep.
No, it was just clean water.
It should have. That would have been another way to get you to sleep.
Yeah.
Unless we all decided to drink it. And
that was my fear.
You bottled it, but you didn't actually ever drink it.
I know, because we got the keys from the thing.
Yeah.
Like I was going, like, we tried to get the keys from the thing, and if we weren't able to get a single key, then I was like, okay, fine, I'll just drink the thing. But we didn't end up having to do that. So that
I was just rolling percentiles to see if you got the right key.
How many of them? Was it just infinite? How many of the keys?
There are 10 keys, and I think you used 7.
Yeah.
We used a bunch. We used a bunch of keys. Yeah.
Before you got the right one.
Before I got the right one.
Neat.
Yeah.
So in the third room.
Neo Tokyo.
The ad room. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, we'd had a discussion about Bantham and it being like that, like Japan, basically, because the whole theme of the show is we're medieval D&D style, but there's also it's high magic, and we were going with that aesthetic of vaporwave and
Outrun,
new retrowave, and it's like that 80s aesthetic, but modern. And so we thought
modern fantasy 80s aesthetic.
Yeah.
But how do we work in because we really wanted that neon aesthetic. How do we work that into medieval? And it was like, well, it's high magic,
especially with the first episode.
It's a high magic world. And so if we could have a place like one of the major cities was like Tokyo, where they just used major and minor images and enchanted stuff, so it would show ads that moved or whatever, and they'd be bright and lights and
it was fun. Finding magical solutions to modern conveniences.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that you had such specific ads.
And
read them with such like zeal.
Yeah.
What's a kawaii? Anybody?
It's
cute in Japanese. It just means cute in Japanese.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's also like Hello Kitty.
I had
so kawaii.
No idea.
It's an adjective.
Yeah. I thought it was something we were making up, or like some sort of
a kawaii mask.
Yeah.
Sean is not a weeb.
I don't know. Like
dabbled in
so that was a cool room.
The proctors are the one that summoned or were controlling everything in every room. So I tried to have it be like something that aligned with real spells. So like the cinder hag at the end was like a druid was controlling that. Or in the Bantham room with the ads, it was a wizard using a summon demon spell, or close to it. I mean, there's Dia magic there, but like I tried to make it close.
Oh, you said you would reveal later the shadow demon, what made him actually disappear, because it wasn't killing the cultist.
So
it was killing the cultist.
So
in the bathroom.
It was the proctor was just waiting for you guys to kill the skeleton, and then he dispelled the.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So
that was the theme that you were going for.
Yeah, and you guys didn't notice, but Sean, you're missing your decanter of water, and you're missing your flare rod.
Do you want me to kill you? I will kill you.
But we get it back, right?
Yeah, they're gonna give it back.
Right. But like going
that
forward,
was our failed perception.
Yeah, if I was gonna reach into my pocket to grab out the decanter again, you'd be like, "You don't have it on you." And I'm like, "What the fuck?" Yeah,
I probably literally never noticed it was gone because I.
And then when you found the one shade in your backpack, it was trying to take your smoking bottle.
A wand of pyrotechnics.
It doesn't do anything.
It makes noise, right?
It makes noise.
In the fucking room with the guy?
It makes noise where you launch it from, doesn't it?
I don't think so.
No, it makes noise where it goes. It's like,
I didn't have it, so...
No, I know, but like you just said, I would never use it. Like, we could have used it on the door room. From the...
Literally the next room.
Yeah, but...
I didn't know you had that.
The shade in your backpack was trying to take your smoking bottle. And then if that fight kept going, they're just going to keep trying to steal shit from you.
Gotcha.
Gotcha. So that was like my setback room. Because a lot of times I go by like the 5-room dungeon things where it's like, or some variation of it where it's like encounter, puzzle, setback, boss reward is the 5-room dungeon thing, but I always modify it to make it longer, shorter, switch things up. But it's a really good tool. Yeah.
So what was the deal with the Minotaur?
That was creepy.
Was it actually a Minotaur?
He was scary. That was a scary bad guy.
Yeah, I was using the Minotaur stat block, but it was just like something they stitched together in that room. So
were you using the skeleton Minotaur?
It was a bunch of cows in a coat.
Minotaur. The CR for that's pretty high for our level characters.
Yeah, but I was just giving it the zombie modifiers.
Right.
Yeah.
So at least it was,
Yeah, it was slow. Yeah.
Well, and it was being controlled kind of by a proctor, so...
I'm just, like, if we had to go up against it, that would have been a bad...
Yeah, that wasn't what the solution to that
and it had
was.
a fuck ton of HP. So I was really hoping you did what you did.
Yeah.
But the secret room was just a perception roll on that side.
Yeah, we didn't. We just kind of ducked through it real fast.
Yeah.
We were trying to
and that was a smart thing. That was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried to make him scary so you didn't want to fight him.
Yeah, we got that.
You succeeded.
I
didn't want to fight it at all.
Sometimes it's hard to do that threat assessment, but that was definitely oh fuck, I ain't touching it.
When you set up a room that's like where there's hanging slabs of meat and just a
it was creepy.
Quiet, burlap sacked like machete wheel, like when even Stennel doesn't want to charge in.
Yeah. So that room was cold for a very specific reason, and I stole that from Curse of Strahd, and I was telling Vanessa earlier that's what I stole from Curse of Strahd. So in Curse of Strahd, in the cellar, in the winery, there's spoilers for Curse of Strahd.
Yeah, we should probably throw that out there real fast. Don't listen for 2 minutes.
Yeah. In the winery, in the basement, there's a secret room with brown mold, and brown mold puts off this aura of cold, and if you get really close to it, it does some massive amount of cold damage. And then if you use fire on it, it grows. It like doubles in size. And if you use cold damage on it, it kills it immediately. That's just how it works.
Makes total sense.
Yeah. So the winery uses the brown mold to keep its wine chilled in the cellar. So there was a massive amount of brown mold in that secret room around the wine.
Gotcha.
That's kind of a toss to Curse of Strahd, but it was meant to keep the meat locker cold. Yeah.
Gotcha.
And that's also where the fog was coming from through the other side.
Right. The cold fire. That was
the wet fire
that was going on in the other room.
Yeah.
It was at that point that Singer was like, "Ooh, this guy. I need to worry about this guy.
It's hard.
I'm gonna stop him from eating rocks one of these days. I just know it.
Put cork on the end of my utensils. Yeah.
It's hard to think of how to portray yourself because I have above average intellect, but my dump stat was wisdom. So how do you be smart but unwise? Kind of. It's hard to. It's hard to make.
You just don't pay attention to stuff. So like
like
we're in the last room and you're like,
I didn't notice the guy was a dude.
That's a dude. Yeah.
I was like, this is just part of the test. Obviously, like I'm not acknowledging the panic in their voices.
Yeah.
Really. Yeah. I guess.
So before we move on to the last room, we had the puzzle room.
Yeah, the puzzle room.
Yeah.
And we were on that for a while.
We were. That was a little
Vanessa's
tough.
bane.
Yeah. So the jellyfish room I came up with, but the magic mouth room I got off. I just pulled it up. Wally DM on YouTube. So that's a shout out and a thank you. It was a really interesting puzzle. All I really did was change the room a little bit and give you like a negative for when you fail. But yeah, what do you guys think?
I was worried personally that eating the food was going to be an issue.
Yeah.
Like fairy food or something.
Well,
as a player, I was worried that was going to be an issue. As a character, I was all in.
Background into Jewel, she's a recovering addict, so she doesn't drink or participate in booze or drugs. So she was definitely like not gonna do the booze, but then all the other food was like not food that she would eat because she's used to like the performance and trying to maintain a physique and how to look.
Saying that?
No, she just doesn't like sweets and doesn't like a lot of food. So she's.
Plus, I thought the whole like eating the cake and becoming like super drooly. You're like, oh, there's something wrong with that. That's not. Yeah, that's not right. Yeah.
I was just trying to make it overtly obvious that that's a clue.
The food, that tasting.
Yeah. So that's why I went into a lot of depth trying to describe it.
And I missed every piece of it.
Yeah, I think we didn't pick up that specific. Like we went somewhere else when we were focusing too much on that.
Yeah, you hyper focused on the tapestries, which were a red herring. That was something when you asked, I made up on the spot.
The tapestry?
Oh.
Yeah. I just made it up.
Well done, because you made it seem very specific. And we were very focused.
And we were really focused on it. And then the part that got me like really focused on it is when someone asked the dwarf about the crystals outside. She said, and then you were like, sugar crystals. That's them.
I was grasping at straws.
I was pretty quiet during the whole thing because I really am bad at puzzle. At this kind of puzzle. Like, I like puzzle books. I like Sudoku, but this is like...
But then, shout out near the end.
Yeah.
Near the end, you said something like, or the mouth said something about what.
I'm pretty sure that's what I said.
Well, the mouth said, think like a mimic.
Think like a mimic, and then you were like, "What do mimics eat?" And he's all like, "They eat people, right?" And I was on board for that. Like, let's throw Spettle in the mimic, see what happens. And then you asked, "What are the cubes made out of?"
Yeah. Because I was like, they're like made out of metal,
and that's exact. I thought they were stone. I thought they were stone cubes.
I just said they're hefty.
Yeah, exactly. That's
we all just in our mind when we think of a cube
that's heavy. Yeah, and then I'm like, oh shit.
then you said, I'm gonna eat the cube.
I'm gonna eat the cube because then I thought it was food. I thought it was just hefty food.
I'm gonna take a bite out of
it. He's like, you hurt your teeth. I'm like, oh.
We almost kind of got there, like. We went in and we got the stuff out of the pictures, and then I tried to feed it to the mimics.
You did.
Thinking like,
you did.
Maybe it's related.
And then, what, was it you that was smearing it on all the cubes?
Yeah. I was waiting for you to say I eat it afterwards, and I was going to give it to you then.
Oh, if I ate the meat afterwards after rubbing it on.
And that's why you asked him twice. So you just smeared it on there, and then what happens? Then I don't know. I
throw it in the corner.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't need to know any more about this situation.
I throw it at the magic mouth.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was thinking too. Is like we go in there, we found the food. Like maybe we have to feed the magic mouth. And so when I tried that, and it just smattered on, I'm like, fuck. Yeah. Well, damn it, I don't know what we're supposed to do here.
And then there were the cubes underneath that we were obviously supposed to put the cubes in, and I thought that could be a red herring, and we were supposed to give them to the mouth.
Right.
Yeah.
I thought,
I do want to touch on my DM mistake with Vanessa, though, because I brought this up earlier when at a break, but the savory or salty mimic should only have eaten the meat. And I didn't think about it till after she did it. Yeah, so that was just a DM mistake. Yeah. DMs make mistakes all the time, and we just roll with it.
Yeah, we just roll with it.
We got it. We got there.
It just happens.
We got it there.
We can edit it out.
Retcon.
Yeah. So
that was really a team effort, and I feel like it was like for a while we were just throwing stuff at the wall to see what sticks. Sometimes
it's like those old school video games where it's like I'm just going to click on everything in the room
until
something I can pick up. Oh, I can pick up that tiny little shiny thing. Oh, cool. Yeah,
like text-based.
Yeah.
Go north. There's nothing.
There's nothing north.
Yeah. There's something here, but nothing. Go back north and then go east.
I figured it out. I'm so smart.
Yeah.
And then when we finally actually did figure it out, I'm not sure if that was more of a genuine thrill or killing the Cinder Hag at the end. Like, I don't know. I can't tell you which one I actually was more excited for actually completing.
Yeah. When we actually discovered there was a taste of the cubes, we were so jazzed.
That was
So on my notes here, I have Sweet Baker Orc War 2. Just so I had everything in order. The cube number, the tapestry, so I knew exactly what you guys were talking about with every single one.
Every single one.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
So
glad you're staying organized over there.
Yeah.
We were all over them.
Yeah, I knew that was going to get disheveled real quick.
Yeah. And as soon as when you started picking up the cubes and then you put them back, and I'm like,
how do you remember that you put them back?
Are they in the right? Because that's not numeric.
Well, no, because I was
2, 1, 3, 4, and
Well, no, because I was connecting the tapestries to the paintings.
Yeah.
So I was looking at we were looking at the dwarf. Yeah. And the dwarf had the sugar crystals from this dwarven cavern. So, and then the
how sugar works.
Yeah. Or the
we're going to Candyland. That's how sugar works here.
I was in 7th grade, and we mixed a bunch of sugar into one, and then we made like
rock
candy out of it. Yeah. And then the human had the butcher ice crystal.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So what's that old song? The Candy Mountain one?
Yeah.
Big Rock Candy Mountain.
Big Rock Candy Mountain.
That's what was on Stennel's head the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's just playing on repeat.
Just a look inside my brain is just an old phonograph.
So, the Cinderhag with the fireball.
Yes.
A fireball.
Yeah.
At the end of the combat.
That was just going to be a one-off.
Well, sure, yeah, but we're all like weak and like
I hadn't taken hit points damage.
Except for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but,
a fireball at level 3 characters at the end of a dungeon.
At the end of a dungeon.
Yeah.
Dick move, man. Dick move.
Guys, you go into a dungeon knowing that the boss is at the end.
Yeah.
That's the heavy hitters.
No, we know that.
Well,
we know that. I'm glad that there was the pillars there, and I'm glad the only thing you hit was me, who is fire resistant.
And
then I succeeded my save. Right. So
the main reason I did that was because you guys short rested. So I knew you had the HP.
Not me. I thought we keep getting hit on every game.
Well, let that be a lesson to you.
Have more
no more
short rest.
So like I had it on the list as like if the opportunity arises, I'll hit him with a fireball to put that tension in.
Yeah.
But if the opportunity wasn't there to have it balanced, I was just going to use Flaming Sphere.
Gotcha.
So.
That would have been tough anyways, because the room is tight. It's a tight room to fight in.
It is. And it's already hot to begin with.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you told me to keep moving up, too, because I thought you were going to come in the room and hide behind that pillar. Mm-hmm. But then I went up and I hid on the other side of the pillar instead of hiding, because if I would have stayed between the wall and the pillar, it would have hit me. Yeah. I mean,
well, my original plan was to go and hide behind that pillar.
But then the fireball.
But I had already drunk the lightning potion by that point in time. Right. And so I knew the range was 30 feet, and I was like, if you hide around that corner, but I didn't want to be like, you need to hide behind that corner. I was just, trying to stay in character.
Yeah,
so just keep moving! Yeah. Boom! Lightning bolt. That lightning breath was really fun. Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
I put that in there as a toy.
That got a lot of work done.
There's a lot of times we get specialized potions and then we never use them. Mm-hmm. Like in our home game, I still have potions from like 3 campaigns ago where we combine stuff. And
I, as a player, have made it my mission to use every magic item we find inside the game, because as a DM, I hand shit out and like people are like, this is really cool, put it in the stack.
We'll use this sometime.
We'll use it sometime.
If I can mention how many video games I've played that dole out cool shit, and I'm like, oh, I never want to run out of this, so I never.
No, so as me, even as a video game player, I do the same thing. I'm gonna burn through all this shit. Like, I'm gonna keep using all these spells and stuff like that. And I'll recharge it. That's only come across like one video game where I'm like, I'm gonna use all this cool shit, and then like the ammo was so sparse. I'm like, oh. Resident Evil. I think it was Doom 3, actually. I was having a hard time in Doom 3 keeping enough ammo for all my weapons. So.
Yeah. The Forge Worker, I had him on a 3-round timer, and if you didn't stop him before then, he was going to go berserker with that giant sword.
I had a feeling that something was going to happen with the giant sword.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that he died early.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I would have liked to see that.
No. I could not have taken a berserker attack.
Just like,
with everything else that was going on, and then those kobolds.
Yeah,
that kobold, he wasn't even the leader. How beefy were those kobolds?
He was taking some hits.
So they were all draconic kobolds.
Is that with the wings? They all had wings.
Just the one had wings, but the rest of them had breath weapons and hide.
Fuck.
But they didn't want to hit each other. Yeah.
Which is why they didn't breath weapon or nothing like that. Huh?
Yeah.
We got in there real quick with Vanessa's power to get us up there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I was really worried about that shatter, especially when you were down. I was like, I can't do it if you're going to be unconscious because you'll be taking too much damage. But...
I was glad you weren't unconscious.
Yeah.
Stunned is
better.
Yeah.
That was my misreading.
Brain stun.
You can take a little bit of damage from me, but you can't take it if you're unconscious.
So, Singer is chaotic neutral.
Yeah.
And so he's not good and he's not evil. And we were trying to save the Proctor because he's trying to be a good guy.
And we're trying to get in the guild.
But I also had an opportunity to breath weapon a crap ton of kobolds, and they were already beefy enough where I threw a spear into one and it kind of just shrugged it off. So I'm like, maybe the Proctor will live, maybe not. I don't know.
They have people that can res at the guild.
Right, and that's where the chaotic part came in. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, because I'm a cleric, right? So we brought people back to life before, not me.
You're like a reluctant cleric, though.
Yeah,
as it turns
because
out.
Healing is all spell points, and you only get so many spell points.
I am not
That's
like
true.
I saved my cure wounds because I figured if he was surviving, I can run over there and I can touch him and bring him back. And that was my whole plan. Like after I lightninged everything,
So
right?
He passed 2 death saving throws. Your lightning put him at 1 away from dying.
Sweet. So I got close.
Damn.
Yeah, I got close.
So
yeah,
it's just pure luck that.
yeah.
he
And then
died.
Singer healing worded him.
No. Jewel
Or
healing
Jewel.
worded him.
No, not Singer. Yeah,
You're pointing at me, but you're calling me Singer.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, but
and then also put you on a watch list for the guild.
By doing damage to an unconscious person?
To an unconscious proctor, when you're trying to save them.
yeah, but again, it's
all
my
risk
character.
assessment.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. I was getting in between the bad guys and 2 other people who were chained up at the time.
Yeah.
The guy was already
and drawing
unconscious.
them away.
Like rocks had fallen on top of him. I thought he was already dead.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, and that will be my argument when I get back to the guild.
Yeah.
And
But
they're
I'll
like,
try
start
to-
asking me questions
They
about
inevitably start
what my thoughts were.
interrogating you.
And then after I my thought process was I'll protect the body, right? Like, so that's why I ran over him and was like standing over the body and stuff like that. So, and then it was breathing, so that was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Magic.
You probably most likely saved his life. 1 death saving throw away.
That's what I do.
Oh yeah. But if I was able to make it a 1 more round to me, I was gonna cure wounds him.
What's the deal when the bard heals way more than the cleric?
Yeah.
All right. So, I am a Tempest cleric, right? My powers are focused more towards doing damage.
And being crotchety.
I wasn't crotchety. I saved a cure wounds.
I think
all right?
every magic character I've ever built has healing words.
Right.
Because it's just the best to have in battle.
Very good.
Right. All right.
Yeah.
I might switch out my cure wounds for a healing word.
Yeah, I mean, cure wounds is okay, but in battle, healing isn't good enough. If you're gonna have the only OP healing spell is healing spirits.
Yeah, and that's more of an out of battle one as well.
Right, and so the only one worth having is healing word, because cure wounds you have to be touching.
Yeah, or like mass.
Yes, but
heal
to
or
be
mass
honest,
cure wounds
the
or
reason that Singer took cure wounds is so he can heal himself.
Yeah.
Like if someone else got, like I asked you in that one combat how you were doing because I had enough spell points to bring you back a little bit, and cure wounds is a D8 plus 2, so there's a potential of doing a lot of health on you.
Okay.
Not any of my rolls for healing were great; they were all
terrible.
My strategy is literally just wait till somebody falls and then bring them back.
bring it back.
That's
Which
all
is
I
a
can
good
do.
strategy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
the healing in the game sucks. So even with cure wounds, like my dice are cursed. That's my motto.
I have seen that over the course of multiple sessions.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I don't know why you continue to use those dice.
I have like 80 different
Yeah,
kinds of
she's
dice in
usually
here that I
like, oh, yeah.
rotate between. It doesn't
Oh,
matter.
you know what? It's the case.
That's not true, because when we were playing 4E like 3 years ago,
You need to
2 years
smudge
ago,
that case.
it's still I couldn't hit anything. Like my dice just I
true.
can't roll.
That's true.
Yeah, so what'd you think of the glowing brain?
I'm worried.
Oh yeah, for sure. If they're worried, then we should be worried.
And mind flayers, like if I hadn't skedaddled, well, he skedaddled, but like if we got attacked by mind flayers, well, we're level 3.
Oh, we would have died.
We would have died.
It would have been the end of it.
We would have been fucking mind flayer zombies down in the
Wherever it is that they go.
under.
I literally don't know hardly anything about mind flayers. So.
Good. Keep it that way.
Oh, I'm going to. That's
Yeah.
that's my plan now.
I mean, you probably won't deal with it for a while.
Right.
It's level 3 characters.
Hope
but-
not.
Yeah.
Damn.
But apparently they are watching the guild.
Right.
Or
something.
they
This could have
accidentally
just been an
tumbled up.
accident.
Also, I will say, like, there was a giant drill as a set piece that the kobolds used to drill in. I thought that was going to be the the boss.
Actually, I thought that was going to be the boss too.
It's like, man, we have to fight these 4 and a drill?
Yeah.
The drill
kobolds, like, they're usually got like 5 hit points. Like when I threw my spear, I totally expected to go down.
Yeah.
And then he ripped it out and I'm like,
oh.
Uh-oh. Like I was actually kind of like, I was like, crap, I'm not even going to be able to use all the lightning breaths. Like, oh shit, we're in trouble. Yeah.
Okay, give me those lightning breaths.
I had 2 hit points away from going down in that combat.
When he brought you back up?
When I got healing warded and then I got brought back up. And then your 5 temp hit points, that helped out.
That helped out.
That saved Singer from going down.
Yeah, I took 7 hit points. That would have drawn me out. And I was able, because I was still standing, use my rebuke. Yeah.
That's good. That's that's another thing that you really have to balance is the inspirations, because I gave out 2 inspirations and then I used my mantle of inspiration, so I only get 3. You get your bard level.
And one of those inspirations you gave me, it burned out before I got to use it.
Yeah.
So it was in an earlier room, and then I never got to, because I hit it on my roll, so I didn't get to use it.
Right.
And it only lasts 10 minutes, so.
Doing damage to Stemmel is going to be interesting.
Having bullets.
Yeah.
I was soaking it up.
Barbarians are crazy.
Yeah, totem barbarians are crazy.
Crazy. Specifically the bear totem.
Yeah.
Was
super strong.
Super strong.
Was actually really exciting.
You should take a couple levels of Druid, Circle of the Moon. And that way you can shape change into something big.
Rage.
And rage while you're doing it.
And just be like a 100 hit point animal with resistance
even
to
like
everything.
Well, you gotta imagine if you have resistance to everything, then whatever hit points the animal has, you double it. So like some bears have like 40 hit points, so you're really rocking like 80. And then that one goes down and you just bonus action another bear.
More bears.
Yeah.
The trouble is then we run into one mind flayer, and I've got
that is the only problem with barbarians. That is the only problem with barbarians. Yeah.
I'll be like,
I'm rocking a -1 dexterity check. When we were looking at that room with all the things, I have disadvantage because of my armor, and then -1 dexterity check. Like I expected to. It's like fuck. It's going to tear me up. Yeah. like I am the target here. It's going to eat me.
Turn Undead was good.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was that strong in. Like I didn't think it would affect all undead.
30 feet.
Yeah.
All undead.
Yeah. So they mean like vampires and liches.
Yeah. But I mean, it's a wisdom save based off of my spell save. So like, skeletons and shit, that's fine. Vampires, they're pretty fucking like they'll probably pass it for the most part. So
vampires, they are.
Yeah.
I
mean, same thing with like when you're blasting spells that are like intelligence saves against my bad guys, but we go up against something that's like a dragon with like plus 11 for all their fucking stats and shit like that. Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say I dumped my stat in wisdom, so I have no perception and no insight and no anything.
Are we just a trio of blind people?
Yeah.
No, I have wisdom with +2.
He's just chaotic neutral, so he doesn't have the same morality as I do when it comes to like insight and what threat assessment.
Yeah. So overall, what do you think of the session?
I'd play again.
Yeah.
This was a blast. I really enjoyed it. Yeah.
That was a great intro.
Yeah.
Lots of flavor.
Yeah.
Good night.
Yeah. It's been a blast.
It's been a blast.
Thanks for listening. See you next time.
Remember to send us your memes and dice pics on Twitter and Instagram at Total Party Guild or #Topagu, and join our Facebook page, facebook.com/TotalPartyGuild. We have a modest website, TotalPartyGuild.com, where we are setting up a wiki, our blog and info on the cast, interviews with the characters, and details about the continent of Arosa.
Be sure to rate and review us on your podcast platform of choice. It's especially important to get us seen and promoted. If you love it, others might too. A guild of many defeats more monsters.
Party on!